I think the role of the public sector spans a lot of what Jan was talking about when it comes to financing, when it comes to accounting, when it comes to public engagement, when it comes to international cooperation, and when it comes to innovation. And I think it's an expansive role, but I think that's the responsibility of the public sector in this space. And so I'll start with kind of some of the more Department of Energy specific aspects of this. I'll say, you know, in the role of scaling up, not only does the Department of Energy, United States fund R&D to help reduce costs, but also to fund demonstrations, right? This is the riskiest area of CDR. And so, it's the role of the government to help mitigate that risk. Um, you know, we are seeing this infrastructure package in the United States. It hasn't passed yet, but if it does, it'll be the biggest global investment in CDR in history. Not only does it have $3.5 billion for direct air capture demonstrations, but there are prize components. There's $2.5 billion for reliable storage, which is absolutely essential to have true removal, and countless other investments across the technology spectrum. And so that is something that is absolutely needed. And without those kinds of investments now, we can't get to the scales that we need. And so,
Mhm.
agreed with Jan in the sense that we're not there yet. I think the government is absolutely essential in getting there. And for the United States, I think this is the first time we've really been able to have serious conversations about what the role of the United States is in the CDR space. The key difference here is that there's no market to do CDR right now, and that's a problem. And so that brings me to another role of the public sector, which is to create policies and incentives to actually allow the private sector or any other, actual CDR actor to employ it. If there's no incentive to do so, we will struggle in getting this up to scale, and that absolutely has to come from policy. That has to come from national and international governments.